This is practice video number 2. Knowing that homecoming dance is next week, let me begin with a story of how my high school sweetheart gave me her phone number. First of all, it was very awkward. She was leaving lunch, and out of the blue I approached her asking for her number. Most likely out of pity, she said 651-497-4012. She didn't leave a note, and she didn't allow me time to enter it in my phone before she disappeared around the corner. This left me in a predicament of trying to memorize her number. The Atkinson-Strickland study of 1968 says that on average a person has less than 18 seconds to memorize this type of information. Eventually, I was able to memorize her number and nervously text her after school. All of you being high school students have obviously had to memorize something during this school year, but how long do you remember it? After you take the final exam, do you actually remember the information? My name is Schnick, and I'm a student at Augsburg College. I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. The purpose of my presentation is to introduce you to how the human memory works. I will be covering the following 2 topics. 1. George Miller's theories on short-term memory, and 2. How to transfer information from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. Finally, before concluding, we will do an experiment on George Miller's theories of short-term memory. Let's look at George Miller's theories of short-term memory. Now that in 1956, George Miller published a journal revolutionizing the world of cognitive science. He was absolutely fascinated in how the human memory affected our daily lives. In his experiments, he asked participants to repeat a list of numbers that he would either show them or say verbally. On average, these participants were able to say up to 5 to 9 pieces of information. This became the magical number 7 of short-term memory. He then realized that by chunking the information into small, workable parts, participants were able to gather far further amounts of information. For example, let's look at this number. 651, so here's a board. Here's a number 651-497-4012. Without knowing it, we are automatically in the phone book chunking these numbers into smaller workable parts. It is much easier to understand these numbers into these parts than rather a list of numbers. Now that I've talked about short-term memory, I'm going to transition how to make transfer short-term memory into your long-term memory. Short-term memory works as a sort of post-it note for the mind. The mind uses these post-it notes for 18 seconds, then disregards them and throws them away. If you want to keep these post-it notes, you have to make a conscious effort to keep them. In order to transfer information into your long-term memory, there's a couple common methods. One is through mental repetition. Let's pause it.